I know it, games just aren't the same anymore. Back then, everything felt better. We could play Zuma or Purple Place for hours without even noticing time passing. And now, no game pulls you in like it used to. No emotions, no drill, no thrill. But this can be fixed. Wanna know how? My name is Adam and I talk about everything that exists behind games. What actually creates gaming thrill? Every game starts with an idea, but the true core of any game is experience. When you were a kid, you probably felt an insane attraction to certain characters from cartoons, games or books. I'm not talking about Shell from The Road to El Dorado, I'm talking about the Red Ranger, Michelangelo, Bumblebee or your favorite Pokemon. Why? Because children are naturally more impressionable. Kids love everything except broccoli, and they physically cannot leave a toy store without their favorite character. You were the same, your young brain didn't fully separate fantasy from reality yet, so you were actually inside the game, at least to some degree. And many games deliberately leaned into that feeling. That's what separates games from books or movies. You're not watching from the outside, you're in the middle of it. Back then, that was the main source of fun. Now, ironically, it's exactly what gets in the way. Your brain is no longer capable of consciously mixing one world with another. So, developers use different methods. One of them is flow, for example, the state you feel when playing something like Ultra Kill. Why does it work? Because you don't need an emotional bond with the character. You're so focused that you become the character, fully aware, fully present. On the other hand, we have deeply narrative-driven games like Life is Strange, Heavy Rain or Detroit Become Human. They rely on something that has always worked in movies and games alike, emotional connection. Sometimes, catharsis is the best escape from reality. What I'm trying to say is this: you shouldn't chase the feeling you had as a child. That truth hurts, but it matters, it's not coming back. But what can come back is a new feeling, one where you consciously allow yourself to sink into a game again and let it take control, even if that's harder now. Don't get me wrong, all games really were amazing, for their time. I also love going back to games from my childhood, sometimes even to ones I never played just to fill the gaps and grow professionally, but nostalgia disappears the moment you realize that scenes weren't as perfect as you remember. The game might not feel as fun, as deep or as varied anymore, and trust me, most of the games you'll drop after an hour, even though you used to play them every single evening after school. Try replaying your childhood games. You might realize you always loved strategy games, or that you were actually good at fighting games. What does it tell us? That the problem isn't always the games, it's us. Although, to be fair, that's not always true either. So, what makes a good game today? Graphics? Story? Let's look at what's popular right now. Top-selling games on Steam include Counter-Strike, Marvel Rivals, War Thunder, Dead by Daylight, EA Sports, Forza Horizon, The Sims, GTA. Those are games with microtransactions, massive DLCs or subscriptions. We also have Steam Deck and one DLC. Then we have No Rest for the Wicked, Red Dead Redemption 2, Jedi Survival. Those are 3 fully original titles. And Ark Riders, which has microtransactions, but people say you can get most of the stuff for free, so not very fun to pay extra for a game you already paid for, right? Not all games on the list are bad, many of them are still genuinely fun, and I'm not saying you should quit them, I loved some of them myself. The real problem is that games are slowly shifting from entertainment to obligation. First, we had DLCs, then microtransactions, then donations, and then, God forgive us, battle passes. The worst scam attempt that somehow works and is even praised. Let's make a game where you have to pay monthly just to get exclusive skins, or even overpowered characters, and everyone goes, holy shit, great idea. And the funniest part, battle passes often cost more than 5 Netflix subscriptions, while sometimes only giving you a chance to get something through premium loot boxes. People stopped going to casinos because of the games. Why bother working when you have daily quests in Overwatch, Genshin, Honkai, League of Legends? Please let me rest. I'm tired, you probably are too. After 8 hours of work or study, cooking, cleaning, assignments, AREN's kids' social life, in the only 15 free minutes of your day you're expected to log in and complete another task. Screw that. Try playing something that doesn't force you to repeat the same activity every day for 6 months just to maybe unlock a character you want. Or better yet, sit down in Minecraft and build a dirt house. At least the decision will be yours. I used to feel like mobile gaming was the worst part of the industry. Nothing changed, actually, it got worse. The mobile market is flooded with copies of the same concept. Eyes hurt just scrolling through it. 5 days of development, asset store models or AI generated content, tens of thousands of dollars dumped into ads, done. Did you know the empty game scheme still works? You create a fake game called something like Mineral Craft, so it appears in search when kid looks for Minecraft. Inside the game, nothing, just a play button. Click play, ad. Loading screen, you get another ad. Then you get an error, try again. And you know. Do you think nobody plays this? Oh, they do. Kids even give it 5 stars. I've seen it, it works. Want it to be even better? Make the gameplay shorter than a TikTok video. People love short content now. Movies got shorter, then we got YouTube, then Vines, now even TikToks feel too long. Let your theoretical penguin swim for 5 seconds collecting coins. Want more? Upgrade. Oh, and watch an ad. Who wants to repeat 5 seconds 5 times anyway? Our attention span is destroyed. People give a game 20 minutes and drop it after the tutorial. If Miyazaki released Dark Souls today, it would be flooded with angry reviews, too hard, boring, why do I have to piece the story together myself? Let's just make a 50-part TikTok breakdown, 3 minutes each, fun. Just give games a chance. Recently I gave Dark Souls a second chance. I bought it around 2018. I was 12 back then and understood absolutely nothing. Where do I go? Why does this ogre kill me? Where are the quests? Too young. Now, exhausted from studying, right between exams, I realized I couldn't play what more games were offering me anymore. Looking for something relaxing on a controller, I found Dark Souls, and honestly, I've never relaxed like that before. Yes, it's hard, really hard, especially if you haven't played Souls like it before, but I loved it. After failing 3 exams, it felt amazing to finally learn one boss attack after 3 attempts. I used to think Souls fans were masochistic, hardcore players, turns out they are, and now I'm one of them, so try, maybe it'll click for you too. There's another side to this, not every game will be fun for you, even if everyone else loves it. I never got into Hearthstone, Fortnite or many others, I'm just not the target audience. You can't create something that everyone will love. And if despite your friends' pressure you still don't enjoy clearing mid lane creeps, maybe that's for the best. Dive deeper into what you love, install mods for RimWorld, remove those boundaries, they're too tight. And if you stopped enjoying your favorite shooter, maybe it really changed, or maybe you did. Your 10,000 hours in Counter-Strike means something, just don't turn them into an obligation. Games are a great hobby most of the time, but like any hobby, sometimes you hit a wall. Your brain stops enjoying it, even if you were happy for 10 years straight. If you play competitive games, performance drops. Burnout isn't limited to work, it happens with hobbies too, especially if they also feed you. Games demand heavy mental effort, strategy, competition, emotional resilience. The best thing you can do is rest. Read a book, watch a movie, learn a new recipe. And the best way for your brain to rest? Turn it off, go to the gym. Physical activity boosts your energy, especially your brain. That's proven. Or just go for a walk. Walking has always been loved by great minds because it helps us understand ourselves and truly rest. Spend time with loved ones, socialize, grow, find another hobby. If I had to compress the entire message of the video into a few sentences, it would be this. Games will never give us the pleasure we're searching for on their own. We have to find it ourselves. But it's much simpler than it seems. Don't treat games like a duty, they are still a way to relax and enjoy yourself. So finally, allow yourself to enjoy them. Explore new horizons and dive into new worlds.